Good afternoon, everyone. This is Empress I. Um, I have this situation that I'm going through with going to Jamaica. And I'm not going to say who's at fault and who's not at fault. But, I never think the day would come where for a U.S. citizen will have a problem getting into Jamaica. Yes, the table has turned, but not in a good way. But I really understand how Jamaicans and other people from other countries feel when they come to this country and they're harassed. But anyway, this is my story. My story is I started off, had bought a ticket to go to Jamaica on August the 3rd. So during that time, this is when they opened up the borders for everyone to travel, and that was on around about the 15th of June. And and I said I didn't want to go too soon because I know everybody trying to get out of there in one time. And I said, well, maybe by the time August, the traffic and everything would kind of slow down, and they would be a little bit more experienced about giving the test to people, because I understood that a lot of people had a bad experience with taking the test. But anyway, so then I heard that they're not going to give the test at airport anymore. So I'm like, yay, happy about that. But we have to take the test over here first before we even think about going to Jamaica. So that means it was getting close to my time to come to Jamaica. So what happened was I had to go take the test. So I had to change my flight, and I changed it to the 10th of August. Okay, so I changed it to the 10th of August. So I go around about the 29th of July. I go get the test. And my test came back to me on the 6th of August. So I go to fill out the application. But when I go to fill out the application, no. When I go to fill out the application, it says, so before that happened, I had switched my flight again from the 10th to the 12th of August. Okay, so I get the results of my test. When I get the results of my test, I'm thinking, I got everything, that I need. Then I go online and it says, you have to have your results within 10 days of traveling. And then remind you that I'm traveling on the 12th of August. So that means the 8th of August from the 29th of July is 10 days. So when I called the airport to see, what I can do, she said, well, you just have to go tomorrow morning, which was the 7th when I was talking to them. So I hurried up and I packed. I couldn't do no shopping or anything. All I wanted to do was, I didn't want the time lapsing using, having my results. So I fill out the form and everything, and thinking that, hold on, I have to pause for a minute. Thank you. Okay. Then she said that I had to leave that morning. So I packed that night, went to bed kind of late. My ride came for me at 4:30. I got to the airport, and so they asked me for my papers. So I gave him the paper of my results, and he said, "Oh, no, 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 that's the wrong paper. You need your authorization from Jamaica saying that you can enter the country." I'm like, oh God. Because they had already submit the form in to get the answer. But what happened was they said it's going to take 48 hours for me to get the results. So that means I had to turn around and come home. So I changed my flight for which is today, the 9th. So I still haven't heard anything from the Ministry of Health concerning my application. So I called to the airport and I had to change my flight again. And mind you, I had a flight to leave Wednesday, so that means I had changed it to leave yesterday, and now to leave today, which I have not. So they put it back to Wednesday. So I called the Ministry of Health and I asked them what should I do, because I told them that I had pushed the wrong button and said yes, I live in Jamaica, and that is what caused the conflict. So what I had to do is write a letter, email a letter to the Ministry of Health. I emailed them the letter, and I also emailed my apology for pushing the wrong button, and I also had to send them a picture ID of me to say that I'm from this country and I live in this country. So now I am waiting to hear from them. So my advice to everyone, if you're going to Jamaica or maybe any other part of the world, I don't know about any other part of the world, but I know if you're going to Jamaica, make sure, you hear me? Make sure you go and take your test first. After you take your test first, then go and make your reservation. When you get your results, see, I don't know how long it would take for most people to get their results. Some places is 21 to 14 days. Some places are 3 to 5 days. Depends on how many days, but make sure it's not over 10 days of your getting your results. Because you have to remember, you got to wait for the 48 hours. Once you put that application in and once you send proof of your negative results, that's when you have to wait 48 hours for you to get an answer. You're either going to get an answer to say that you're welcome to Jamaica. I don't know exactly what you're going to get, but you will get approval. If you don't get approval, they want more information. So please don't do what I did. Go take your test first. That's advisable. Please take your test first before you decide to purchase your ticket. All right. Thank you so much for listening to me, and bless everyone. And you have a positive and safe day. And you make sure you wear your mask when you go out and practice social distance. Love you all. Have a blessed day. Thank you for listening.